Police officers deployed to man Freedom City regarding the New Year's Eve stampede. That and more stories in our update today. Thank you so much for joining us and always being part of us. This is Africa Today. My name is Nahawa Kajura, but first are the headlines. Ugandan soldier fatally shoots 3 colleagues in Somalia. M23 remains in Chibumba according to local sources. Burkina Faso military regime expels French ambassador. In sports news today, Pele lives on as over 700 Peruvian children named after legend. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We start with one of our top stories. Police have issued more summons over the Freedom City Mall stampede on New Year's Eve that left at least 10 people dead. Our reporter followed up this story.
Those summoned for questioning include the proprietor of the event, the managers, other organizers of the event, the masters of ceremony, ushers, bouncers, and private security guards who are dedicated to the event. Also summoned are police officers and other security personnel who are deployed to secure the event. Police spokesperson Fred Enanga said in a statement on Wednesday morning that at a later stage, they will listen to the parents of some of the children to establish how they separated from them and got trapped in the passageway and gates. He added that police are going to share a comprehensive list of guidelines on various aspects of planning and managing events in partnership with the police in order to avoid a repeat of such tragic incidents. The fresh summons follow the arrest of event promoter Abem Singuzi, also known as Abitex, over the same. Abitex was on Tuesday arraigned before Machindi Court Grade 1 Magistrate Iga Adiro, who charged him with 9 counts of rash and neglect act contrary to Section 227 of the Penal Code Act. He denied the said offences and was remanded to reserve prison until January 10, 2023.
Away from that, a Ugandan soldier has shot and killed 3 colleagues serving in Somalia as part of an African Union peacekeeping force, according to Uganda's military. Uganda's People's Defense Forces spokesman Brigadier General Felix Kulaije said the soldier woke up on Monday morning and sprayed bullets at his colleagues, adding that all 4 were part of the force guarding the international airport in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. He said that the soldier was arrested and will be flown to Uganda to face a military court-martial. Uganda has had troops in Somalia since 2007 to combat the Somali insurgents who seek to overthrow the government in Mogadishu. Kenya, Burundi, Djibouti, and Ethiopia also have troops with the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia. The last such shooting involving Ugandan soldiers in Somalia occurred in May 2019 when a soldier shot dead his superior officer before killing himself. In 2017, Uganda's National Psychiatric Hospital opened a unit to help soldiers, especially those who served in Somalia, overcome trauma following cases of soldiers killing people in public places. Moving on, local sources from Chibumba on Monday reported that the withdrawal of the M23 rebels from Chibumba in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo is still not effective. Take a look at the story.
A Tutsi rebellion defeated in 2013, the M23 has seized a large portion of the territory north of Goma, capital of North Kivu province, in recent months. The most advanced position is in Chibumba, 20 kilometers from Goma. On December 23rd, the rebels and their military leaders met with the commanders of the East African Community Regional Force with a view to withdrawing from the Chibumba group of villages. The next day, the Congolese army described this announcement of disengagement as a decoy. Since then, no effective withdrawal has been reported. Speaking on condition of anonymity for security reasons, a resident told journalists that in the Chibumba and Buhumba grouping, the M23 are still with them, as are the soldiers of the East African Force. He explained that the majority of the population has fled, while other inhabitants are returning before leaving again.
Thank you so much, your reporter. Africa Today takes a quick break. We shall come back with the international news. Away from that, Burkina Faso's military junta has expelled France's ambassador amid a surge in anti-French sentiment as the West African country moves to develop closer ties with Russia. Take a look at this story. Government spokesman Jean Emmanuel confirmed to the media that Ambassador Luc Khaled was asked to leave but provided no further details. Khaled's expulsion comes less than 2 weeks after the United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator in Burkina Faso, Barbara Manzi, was also declared persona non grata. Burkina Faso has been racked by violence linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group that has killed thousands and displaced nearly 2 million people. The current military regime overthrew a previous junta last year, claiming it had not done enough to stop the fighting. The previous junta had cited the same reason for seizing power from a civilian government months earlier. In international news, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has lifted a 6-year ban on opposition rallies imposed by her autocratic predecessor, a move that was cautiously welcomed as a gain for democracy by the main opposition party.
The ban was introduced in 2016 by political strongman John Magufuli at the onset of his first term in office, which was marked by draconian rules. Hassan said on Tuesday that during a meeting with political party representatives that political parties have a right to hold meetings and the government's duty is to give permission and provide security. But she urged politicians to only engage in constructive criticism and engage in politics that will build the nation. The main opposition party, Chadema, cautiously welcomed the development, while the human rights group Amnesty International called it a welcome step in the right direction. President Hassan is serving out Magufuli's term after he died in 2021.
A sarcophagus dating back to late dynastic period of ancient Egypt has eventually returned home. Egyptian officials announced this week that the artifact, which was featured at the Houston Museum of Natural Sciences, has been symbolically handed over at a ceremony in Cairo by the U.S. charge in Egypt. Take a look at this story. The handover came more than 3 months after the Manhattan District Attorney's Office determined the sarcophagus was looted from Abu Sa necropolis north of Cairo. It was smuggled through Germany into the United States in 2008, according to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin. The sarcophagus, which is almost 3 meters tall with a brightly painted top surface, may have belonged to an ancient priest. It dates back from an era that spanned the last of the pharaonic rulers from 664 until Alexander the Great's campaign in 332 BC, according to Mustafa Waziri, the top official at the Supreme Council of Antiquities. In a decade, Egypt has recovered over 29,000 artifacts that were stolen and sold outside of the country. Africa Today takes a quick break. We shall come back with business, health, and sports. Welcome back to the break. You're still watching TV Africa, the right to know. Talking matters business, Nigerian President Mohamud has signed the $21.83 trillion 2023 final annual budget of his administration on Tuesday, saying it was an increase of $1.32 trillion over the original executive proposal.
An imminent transition process explains why the head of state decided to sign the 2023 appropriation bill as passed by the National Assembly. This rapid signature will therefore allow its implementation to begin without delay. The 2022 supplementary appropriation bill was also signed. President Buhari thanked the National Assembly for approving his request for an extension of its validity date to 31st March 2023. The bill enables the administration to respond to the devastation caused by the recent national floods on the infrastructure and agriculture sectors. The Ministers of Finance, Budget and National Planning will provide details of the approved budget and the 2022 and Finance Act later.
In Africa Today Health, a team of Congolese volunteers artists have started a campaign of using their talent to teach drawing to war-displaced children in Kanyaruchinya camp near Goma in the Democratic Republic of Congo's east. According to the organizers, the aim is to give them hope again through art therapy while providing them with psychological support centered on artistic expression. The paintings are colored under their brush to represent peace, security, and their difficult everyday life. Unable to go to school, many children go to the camp every morning to learn. During the course, the kids leave the hardships of camp life behind them. The dark episode of their displacement while fleeing fighting between the Congolese army and the armed M23 rebels is unforgettable. For months, the war has triggered massive population displacements. Since they found refuge further away from the theater of conflict, they are living in extremely difficult humanitarian conditions. Thousands of children who fled with their parents remain unschooled and unuttered in various refuge camps, according to the UN's body. In sports news today, the world of football lost King Pele in 2022, but the name of this legendary player will still live on, notably through the 738 Peruvian children born last year.
According to the list published by the Peruvian National Civil Registry at the end of 2022, a total of 738 babies were registered as Pele Rey Pele, Edison Arantes or Edison Arantes do Nascimento, the real name of the triple world champion. On Monday, thousands of football fans and dignitaries gathered at the stadium of Brazilian club Santos, where he played from 1956 to 1974, to bid a final farewell to the Brazilian player who died on December 29th at the age of 82. The footballer, who many consider the greatest in history, is not the only celebrity who passed away in 2022 to whom Peruvians wanted to pay tribute. In Peru, however, the name that tops the list is Portuguese football star Ronaldo or Cristiano Ronaldo, with 31,583 namings. Far behind are those of Argentinian Leo Messi or Messi, the reigning football world champion, given to 371 newborns, and of the French star Mbappe or Kylian Mbappe to 229 children.
It is this particular moment that I thank you for being with us and always joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We should keep updating you. It is TV Africa, the right to know.